So you are going to talk today about...
The Joys of Terry Pratchett. You've never read Terry Pratchett?
I don't know who Terry Pratchett is.
You don't know who Terry Pratchett is?
No,
How can you
I've
not
heard
even
of
know
him
who he is?
in that
oh my
you talk
goodness.
about him a lot.
Because he's the best.
So how would you describe, like, if you were talking to somebody in line getting coffee, how would you describe Terry Pratchett? Terry Pratchett as an author?
Smart. Like, they're very intelligent books in this crazy, zany, fun way. They are so smart. Like, I really respect him a lot because I respect an author that can do what he's done to keep a universe afloat for all of these books. I think that that's amazing, and all of these tracks and keep them all straight. I mean, I really think he's just really brilliant in what he did.
On a scale of 10, like, you can read him on public transit to you'll get your lunch money taken away in the halls. How geeky is Terry Pratchett?
Well, I'm going to give him just a middle 5.
Okay.
Middle of the road 5, because he's a geek with edge, I would say.
Okay. And is he still writing?
No, he passed away a couple years ago.
Okay.
A year and a half or 2 ago or something like that. I stumbled onto Terry Pratchett at the library because I'm geeky.
So tell me about his style. Like, is he writing straight up sci-fi or?
No. So it's fantasy with a twist. He has his world, it's Discworld, and Discworld it's the world, and it's on the back of an elephant or something like that, and it's a disc. And in Discworld, there's all of the fantasy elements that you can possibly think of. So the first book I read, for instance, had Golem in them, and I really didn't know what that was at the time. I had to look that up. And
like
then,
a golem or the golem?
A golem.
Okay.
Not that golem.
Not that guy.
Yeah, the clay golems, you know?
Yeah. Like, that's the original Hebrew monster.
Golem. It has werewolves, it has trolls, it has dwarfs, it has magicians.
So it's like all in there.
It's all in.
Right.
It's Ankh-Morpork is where they live. Okay. And then...
On the back of an elephant?
Yeah. And well, that's one of the cities, right?
Oh yeah. There's multiple elephants?
Yeah. No. There's multiple cities
on the same
disc.
elephant.
The disc is like Earth, but it's just a disc instead of...
Okay. So like it's really flat and it's really on the back of an elephant?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's old, so it's the days of, like, you know, riding around on horses and stuff, and carriages, and they don't have telephones and all of that, so you get them inventing all of these things in these crazy, crazy ways. He has all these characters in him, and you can follow these different characters, and each of the characters has, like, a timeline.
Is there a lot of Discworld books? Is this like his main...
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's like 30 probably.
Oh wow. And it's all like shared universe?
Yeah, all shared universe. She'll be in like the Moise von Liebfig series, which is this thief turned postal service guy turned other stuff.
Like you do.
It's humorous.
We've all been there.
But then in those you'll meet like the Watch, which is another series, and Death plays a part. Like Death, the Grim Reaper Death, gets its own series of books, and just all sorts. There's witches that get their own series. All
of these are not combined in like one book. Like this is a universe that houses
overlaps.
All of these people with some overlap.
And it overlaps.
So like somebody reading is not going to be overwhelmed by every fantastic creature you can think of, right?
Sort of.
But each, like all of these different characters or creatures are in this universe with their own set of stories.
And they each get their own set of stories. But then, yes, it's very cohesive. I don't read them necessarily in order. I've gone back now and I'm trying to read them in order now, but when I started out, I didn't read them in order, and I didn't read all of one series, and you still know very clearly that it's Discworld.
Is it like an on-the-nose allegory for our world? Does he get like political?
Yeah, there's politics involved, but it's all humorous. It's all sarcastic and like satirical, and so there's none of it that's serious. Like,
so it's kind of farcical and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy type.
Kind of. But I wouldn't say it's quite that far. I don't think it goes quite as far as Douglas Adams, which is good for me because I didn't like those particularly well. The Hitchhiker's Guides, maybe that could be a different discussion for a different day. But
I struggle with the British sci-fi humorists.
Well, Terry Pratchett's British, but I'm telling you, you need to try it. Don't shake your head. Give me
what's like a mainstream equivalent, or you know me, like what something I would be into that would be comparable to Terry Pratchett. Pratchett. Familiar
well,
with?
Have you read Neil Gaiman?
I have read some Neil Gaiman.
Okay, he's like Neil Gaiman. But Neil Gaiman goes a little more dark, and Terry Pratchett keeps it humorous.
Okay. So, like, what's an average book length for a Discworld
Probably
book?
350 to 400 pages.
Okay. Is it like a slog that you got to chew
No.
through? Like Gaiman goes through periods where you were just like, your notes have notes. There's so much going on.
I don't think so.
Is there any certain starting point that you have to start with, or can you jump in anywhere?
You can jump in anywhere. But
So is there one series that you would recommend a lay person to kind of start with?
I think Night Watch, maybe the Night Watch books, or the Moist books, Moist Fondly.
More Spunley.
If you're that person that really just strictly likes your fantasy to stay where it is and to not overlap and to just be true to what like a troll should be, or be true to what a werewolf should be, or
Those classic things.
zombie or whatever,
Right.
then you're not gonna like it. But if you like a little twist on things, and if you like a little bit of humor, which I think I do, I appreciate it a lot when people don't take themselves too seriously, then they're fabulous. They're really good. You should do it.
Okay.
I'll bring you like 10.
I will start checking them out.
Yeah.
It sounds like something I'd be into.
They're really fun.
Cool.